All right.
Oh shit! I need a mic, don't I?
Yeah.
Is it even on?
Yeah, you're good. You might need to sit up if
Three finger, two finger roll.
So I am
think
pretty
it's
much
three.
sitting up.
fist.
Is it the fist now?
Fist. That's the appropriate length.
Do I kiss my fist or is it just?
Yeah, cause yeah.
So this is ILNL.
Welcome to ILNL.
Yeah.
Fun times here on the show.
I think "Kiss My Fish" should be on a shirt.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Thank you for jumping on the show, listening and tuning in as always. Tim's in the building. Before we have our no, actually we'll just do it in order. Welcome, B. Anthony.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Chris. Here she go.
What happened?
Dude, man, if you just see what we see, it's just great.
Did he turn his head again?
It's awesome. No, well, now this is gonna be a great show. This is gonna be a great show.
No, I'm in my right seat today.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Today.
In all seriousness, because
There's no such thing.
it's gonna be hard to do that for this particular show. And actually, it's good to laugh and all of that because for those of you that know us, we're all artists. And some of us are in the comic book space. We lost a dear friend of ours by the name of Steve Howard. Really great, talented artist. And in my opinion, one of the funniest dudes you'll ever would have met. And we lost him to cancer. So, of course, that sucks to have to deal with cancer. But thankfully, I had the opportunity to interview him when I was doing the Swick Kick show. And he shared a very funny story that we affectionately called the Tasteful Nude. So I'll share this really quick, and then we can get into our stories. So when you're a comic book artist, you're sometimes commissioned to do pieces. Someone might want a Spider-Man or a Superman or something. In the case of some of the stuff that we've done, we had a mashup between Albert Einstein and Captain America.
Okay.
That was a fun mashup. Well, one year, we're at BlurCon here in the DC metro area. He's tabling, Steve. And I'm like, yeah, so I'd like to interview you as an artist who professionally does your work and stuff. And I think that'll be fun. You up for it? So he's like, yeah, sure. Why not? So after we had enough rolled, taped for that, I was like, all right, so now that I have you, I need you to I need your story. I need the tasteful nude. So he just goes right into it. It was just flick the switch. I knew you were gonna ask me. I'm already ready to go. Bam, he's on it. So basically, he gets a commission from someone that looks at him. I think this is New York Comic Con. He says that looks at him, looks at his work. It's like there's something that I want you to draw for me,
Okay.
and I can't do it justice. Everyone should listen to this show. So the guy goes and reaches into his portfolio or folder or whatever, pulls out a Ziploc baggie
Okay.
and says, I want you to draw a nude of Gadget. Gadget from the Rescue Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Steve felt a certain way, and compromised his way into how he was going to do this nude, because the person wanted it to be tasteful. So he ends up drawing Gadget laying on her side, topless,
Uh-huh.
kind of bottomless for what would be an rodent.
He drew her like one of the French girls.
You got it. And he then, after drawing it, gave it to the dude. The dude goes and puts the drawing in his Ziploc bag, seals it, and walks away. He showed me a picture of it because he was like, this is so ridiculous that I'm even drawing this. I gotta archive it. And he showed me the tasteful nude. I was bawling laughing. It was so hilarious. It was the funniest thing ever.
Oh, wow.
But you got to hear the story to really get from the man what that experience was.
Sure.
Should put a link to it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll link it. So, quick thoughts for those that knew him of,
He was just always real cool. Always had a smile on his face. I remember him and the Thor hammer.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he was one of those people where like when you I guess experience him, he made you feel welcome at the cons. You know what I'm saying? You didn't feel out of place or anything. You know, he spoke like he knew you. You know what I'm saying? Personally. So yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's like the second or third person in the month for me. So it's like, yeah. But yeah, he was a really good person, really cool guy.
Steve was just that dude.
He was that dude.
He was that dude. That's the best way to describe him. He had that rough outer appearance. He had that personality of that uncle you love to see at the family
That's
reunion.
a good description.
Facts.
Yeah.
Who always had a hilarious story to tell. It's amazing the people he knew, and he was like ridiculously humble about. Like he knows some higher up people in the comic book industry, and he'll talk about them and joke about them and mention them on social media, just like I'd mention one of you, and they respond automatically. It's a I don't want to say it's a flex. It's just his being, you know.
Yeah.
So
And
going to cons is going to be weird.
yeah, I'll just share this quick thought so we can move into the stuff. Our last conversation was at
It's awesome. Con.
it might have been Awesome, or it might have
Yeah,
been
it-
Blurred. No, it was Awesome. It was Awesome.
Awesome Con.
Because Awesome's after Blurred. Yeah. So it was at Awesome Con. He's tabling. Yeah, because we went and did our panel.
Oh, that was him. Because you were mad at him for coming.
No, that was me.
No,
that was
no.
a different person.
That was a different person. Okay.
No. But actually, the person you're thinking of is Robert, and he's close knit with Steve.
No, he's
Oh.
thinking Ray.
You were thinking the person that was in the audience. You were thinking of, or you thinking of the person
I
that
just
we were waiting
remember
on the panel?
All of you were like very clear. Why are you here? You shouldn't be here. And you were like,
Because Ray left the hospital to come see the
yeah, I
yeah,
think it was Ray.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah. So
Rob kept forgetting his name badge at his table and had
yeah,
to run back and get
that
it.
that was the thing. Yeah. So so that I was at Awesome, and the thing that was so great about Steve was like no time ever passed when we reconnected. We just picked up exactly where we left off. I even sat at his table so he can go to the restroom. So I tabled for him. I sat in on his table. And our last conversation was talking about how expensive the tables were because they kept going on the pricing that was giving the artist less, and he just couldn't stand for it. He wasn't gonna he was gonna contact the people at the top, and it's like that was vintage. No matter any time I went, it was like he was that dude. So rest in power, friend. Till we meet again.
Oh,
We definitely gonna
one-
table for him. That Robert and I
one
already
more-
talked about it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna
one
put
more
some money together.
tidbit. If you were able to follow him on social media, I don't know why, but scammers love to message Steve, and he loved to give them the purest amount of hell, fire, and brimstone that I have ever seen. And he would take screenshots of the conversation and post for everyone to see. It's the greatest thing. Later, if you want, I can show you the.
Yeah,
but he
that'd be
has
fun.
tons of them.
That'd be fun. So rest in power, friend. We'll see you at BlurCon and AwesomeCon. So with that, let's start the show. All right. So, in more news of passings, we lost a legend in our space. We lost Kevin Conroy, the voice
Of Batman.
of Batman.
Yep.
The very first thing I thought of with this side story, Chico, did you get a cameo of
I never got
Kevin
one,
for?
no.
Oh, I thought you got
Never
that for
got it,
Kristen.
nah.
That would have been great. That was the very first thing that came to mind. Was I thought that cameo was made. Okay, moving on. There's nothing that I can say.
Yeah.
He was Batman.
He
Like,
was- he
even
was
with
our
any-
Batman. He was our Batman, like our generation's Batman. Like, so first thing that comes to mind to me is after school.
Yeah.
Like after school, I come home, I come on Batman. Yeah, just Batman.
Animated series.
Yeah.
Animated series.
series.
Batman the animated series. There we go.
Yeah.
Batman the animated series. That voice. The voice. Yeah, like yeah. It is just like he throughout the years it's like the voice never changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
His voice
okay,
was
well,
strong.
right. It was just
Yeah.
like this is Batman. So yeah, that's the thing that comes to mind is like year times, happier times after school. Yeah.
I think what I appreciated about his iteration of the character, I think he was the first one to really define the difference between Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to any of the other actors who've like played him pre him and post, but I think he's been the more clear that these are two different personalities, and I don't know if I always caught that with the Adam West iteration or even Michael Keaton. I appreciated that, and then just the first time I remember just seeing him was with the Mask at the Phantasm when they were doing the promotion, and I remember they interviewed him, and I was like, wait, that's who's voicing Batman? And then he did the switch. It was on Entertainment Tonight, and he did the switch right there, and I was like, just mesmerized, like just a cool artist, and just understanding his story.
Look at you.
Okay,
I did the theater thing. It shouldn't have went through. I guess it's an emergency call.
okay,
But you guys go ahead.
okay. Yeah, he just did the voice. He changed it right then and there.
From Batman to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and so I think he will forever be the voice of Batman. And anyone who plays it from now on, What that show really doesn't give a lot of credit for, unlike other adopted animated series, they really stay true to a good chunk of the canon for the lore that is Batman. And they did a good job of just introducing the bare whatever for everything Batman. So yeah.
It was interesting to me is like he it's interesting. Like he even when he did what, Batman Beyond? Batman Beyond,
Yeah.
you kinda heard that maturity in his voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when that you when Bruce was talking to Terry, you know what I'm saying, you can hear that mentored, you know what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
mentoring or whatever, and you knew like, okay, no, this is not our original Batman, the animated series. Like it's the same voice,
Yeah.
but he's aged.
Or
so.
even when he spoke with in the Return of the Joker, that movie, and just seeing that dynamic between him and Mark Hamill, and they both understood the assignment and that these are older versions, and so there's history there,
Yep.
and there's history between the actor that was playing Barbara and Tim, and he could have very easily just phoned it in, but you can tell the effort in that, and even in the animated. Series, the Justice League episode where Amanda Waller is super old and Terry's all grown up, and he finds out that Batman, I guess, is his father or something, or they're linked. I don't know, but like, you didn't see that?
I feel like we talked about this
Yeah,
once,
we
but
have.
Oh God.
About Batman being his father?
Yeah.
Being Terry's father?
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't
they
he
went
like
through a lot of trouble to
clone?
genetically,
Clone?
Yeah.
to genetically
Yes.
clear, yeah.
I forgot about that.
So even that whole dynamic, I just he got it, he got it.
Facts.
So, anything to add, Chico?
He was always a missing link for me. If I can piggyback on what you said. So, being an 80s baby, I had the Adam West reruns,
Right.
and then I had Michael Keaton. When I listen to Kevin, his Bruce Wayne is Adam West.
Yeah.
And his Batman was always Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
So that was my link to everything. And yeah, we don't have that anymore.
No. Christian Bale tried, but
I like what he did, but it wasn't nearly as clean.
clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, next thing to talk about.
And I think he's the only one that's actually got to do both the cartoon and live action.
And live
version.
action. I thought that was interesting
Yeah.
too. The one thing the Arrowverse did get right. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, moving to the next thing. A few weeks back, a while back. It's been about a month now. I did this tournament, Fling Golf tournament. And shout out to all of the Fling Golf players out there.
What is fling golf?
I was
Tim?
gonna say, so what is fling golf
So-
versus regular golf? Do you
I'm glad
guys
you asked.
do you guys have flings or like
Well,
No,
no,
no.
Wait a minute.
no,
You didn't tell us this.
no,
I'm upset I didn't
No.
go now.
Clearly
No.
he doesn't have flings, but
no,
I'm just
no. Okay, so
I'm sorry.
let me change the screen. All right, so see those sticks that are up in the air?
So much there.
Okay, so that's called a fling stick. And what fling golf is the anti-golf.
Okay.
So rather than you have your bag of 9 clubs or 11 or 13 or whatever the number is, you only have the one stick.
Okay.
And you can do every shot that you ever want to do with the one stick.
Okay.
So you can go for distance, you can do short game. It's a cross between golf and lacrosse.
Okay.
And it is so much fun.
And my kids would because my kids play lacrosse. A lot of my kids play lacrosse at the school I work at now.
Okay.
So, and it's funny. I never put 2 and 2 together until I actually just saw it. I was like, wait, a lot of my kids play lacrosse. So yeah, Fling golf would definitely be a thing
Okay.
for them.
So the funny thing is, they're trying to bring this sport to schools because of the whole thing of schools having less of an importance for PE. And so they're like, well, this is some sport that anyone could pick up,
Okay.
and it's very inexpensive to get into it because for $100
Okay.
a club, if you only go with the basic one that they have, you're in the game.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just pull out one of mine.
Oh.
That's a fling golf stick. That's a fling stick.
Oh, okay.
So I was in this tournament.
I'm
It was
sorry.
hella fun. I did not score well, but it was a great
So
experience.
you are able to putt with that if you get like right up on the.
Yep. So there's 2 pads.
So I was curious as to how it was all in one. I'm like, I can't see you.
Yeah.
You're like an inch away, and you gotta.
Yep. So there's 2
Throw it.
pads on the head of the club. There you go.
I see.
And you can putt with that. So yeah, a lot of fun. And I have used this at Top Golf. They have not kicked me out yet.
That's what's up.
So yeah, a lot of fun. I'll talk more about this later. I just wanted to mention it because I thought that it was great, and for all of my flingers out there, I can't wait to get on the course and meet up with you guys
Do
again.
you guys really like call yourselves flingers?
I was gonna say, yeah, I need
They
to-
call themselves flingers. I call myself a fling golf player.
Good.
He's a flinger.
Okay, I feel like flinger is more appropriate.
He's a
but-
flinger.
Yeah.
Beware flingers holding pineapples. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
All right.
You are welcome.
Oh, and I made the newspaper.
Look at that.
So there's a shot of me right there.
You're on
with
the
my
cover.
foursome. Well, I'm shot number 5.
Okay, see,
in the
Okay,
rotation.
you
Flinger and foursome.
Foursome.
Stop.
So it's like
Stop. Just stop.
You have a foursome in golf. 4 players.
so I guess it'll be fair to assume that there's foreplay.
I've
all
only
all
ever
the puns.
I've only ever played putt putt. So there's that.
Well, I will say this just for everyone out there.
I'm done.
If you've never walked a golf course before ever, it is so tiring.
I've heard that my brother is actually learning how to play golf, and that's the only thing he complained about, just the amount of walking.
Dude, like I couldn't imagine walking with a whole set of clubs.
Yeah.
Like just having this one in the bag, I was gassed at hole 14.
Y'all didn't have cars?
No carts. It was a walking course.
Oof.
You had to walk all 18 holes.
So you can
It was crazy.
put the ball in here and throw it.
Oh,
Yeah.
here you go. Here you go.
Oh,
This
it's
is
a
one
red
of-
ball.
This is one of my Ironman balls that I used. There you
Okay.
go.
And you just like,
And you
woo.
just let it flame.
So you just flinging your iron balls everywhere, huh?
All of my iron balls are.
I
all
was
over
trying
that
not to
course.
say that one. It was in my mind, but I was like, I've already done too many.
Thank you,
And
Chris.
so I was.
Thank you for that.
I saw what you did.
So,
You're rude.
oh my goodness. All right, I'm changing the camera. I'm changing the camera real quick. Okay, so moving on.
Moving on.
I will.
Oh, that's
have,
pretty cool.
I will have an
this
episode
ball.
that actually covers the tournament. Oh, that was the balls that I used to play.
No, I think
Aren't they cool?
Yeah. Do they have blue balls?
Yes, there are blue balls. As a matter of
You
fact,
had Avengers or Black Panther too,
Black
right?
Panther.
I got my Avengers. No, I got my Iron Man balls and I got my Black Panther
Black
balls. And the Black Panther ones, I used the purple ones because the black ones were too hard to see.
Is
and
the
for
scoring the
these-
same with fling golf, or is it?
Same type of scoring.
Okay.
There's one little modification, but not enough
Okay.
to deter someone to play. It's a lot of fun.
Cool.
how much does the balls cost?
These were 25 for 4, maybe less.
Black Panther, same thing.
Yeah, because they were all special Marvel sets.
Where can I get it?
If you go to Amazon
Mm-hmm.
and you look up Volvic,
Are they in that
Marvel?
box?
yeah, you can grab the boxes over there. If you look up Volvic, Volvik, fine makers of golf balls.
It says Vivid. Oh no.
No, Vivid is
There you
the make.
Chris.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can find all types.
There's a ball in there though.
It might be. I don't think I used them all. Oh, it's empty.
Yeah, it
Then
feels
that
really
means
light.
I lost 2,
Jeez.
so I got to buy a new set. But yeah, all right, moving on.
Okay, this is cool. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I think like, I'm an evangelist for this. I fell in love with it the moment I saw it. So there's that. Wow.
wait, you said that was how much?
I don't remember.
He hit the camera. He's trying to adjust it.
So you was trying to.
No, I was fixing the camera. I hit it with... Moving on. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
Next story.
Ash Ketchum finally, after 25 long years, is now the very best that ever was. He finally is a master. Long enough. Here's my thing. I'm gonna be like straight up honest.
Okay.
He is still
No, he's
11 years old.
That was gonna be my question. How? What's happening? So he's still a kid.
No, wait. He's a champ. He's not a master. Master is catching all of them, right?
Master is catching them all.
So yeah, he's
Oh,
world
he's a
champ.
grand champion.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he could be 11 and be a grand champion. But here's the thing.
Okay.
He's still 11 years old. He still went out on his own. The mother still let him out the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah. Good on him.
Yeah.
He's now
You
a
know,
grand
if
champion.
you think about it, if you look at it from a real life point of view, it's basically giving your child a gun and sending him out on their
Oh
own.
my goodness.
That's very.
I know, but think about what these Pokemon can do.
Okay.
That is true.
They are weapons.
Pikachu can level a city.
That yes, and the size of these weapons can be
Very.
so enormous.
Oh God.
So, yes, I get your analogy.
We're gonna have to put one of those
this parental
warnings. Yeah,
It's not
Objects
even
may
on
be
me.
closer than they appear.
I am so glad our number one fan is a teenager because this would just go all the way left.
This is the best episode ever. This is so much fun. All right, so all right, round table.
So I have,
Is this cool or not?
So wait a minute. So now that he's the grand champion, what does
Yeah.
that mean? He's just
He-
does
He can run a gym.
okay,
People of course can challenge him for his championship.
but he's not gonna. It sounds like they're writing him off.
I don't know. Because they've had Ash Ketchum in all of the series up to this point,
Yeah,
right?
he's been all
Yeah,
cartoons.
so I can't see that they can get rid of their golden boy. Like they over the years has been gone.
Really?
Yeah, he left to go back to the gym.
Yeah, and didn't
Misty, she went
Misty?
back to her because they were all gym leaders.
Right. So
Okay.
now that he's at the point where he's won, I guess he could finally have a gym.
So another dumb question. Does he have to give all the Pokemon back that he's like
No,
collected?
No,
or-
that's his.
They were all his. Okay.
Yeah.
That's his army.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I mean,
Training me is my God.
they allow. Well, no, I
Dude.
don't make it political.
I don't think we'll get a buzz for the Pokemon song. Everybody sings that one.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine with emphasis on think.
Let's just not sing any more of it. For the safety and safety.
You know
of
what's
others.
funny about this is that he really has been quiet, and like every time you do it, it's more of us amplifying it more so than. Oh
In the beginning, before the strikes, Tim would do that on purpose.
wow!
He'll mention something to see if he'll start singing it. And then we started getting
Copyright strikes.
So now I can't sing into the mic.
Oh,
So
so you just have to like do what normal people do and just augment the tune a little
Basically,
bit.
YouTube is not letting him be the very best. Like no one ever was.
Yeah. So because of that,
To sing them is his great test.
to catch them.
Okay. All right. Well, that happened.
All right.
That happened.
So back to the story at hand.
Brought to you by I Love Nerd Life.
So yeah, Pikachu beat a Charizard
yeah, that's
to win the
ridiculous.
championship, and it was. I saw the fight. It was bananas.
I have to see this because, like, I stopped watching the series after. Geez, I want to say when they started having them travel to different regions.
When it started matching up with the video games and all.
Yeah, I think I lost interest because the spirit of what the cheesiness of the cartoon was
Sure.
started to grow up. So it wasn't connected to it the same way that I was. But I like that they've put a cap on this story.
Okay.
So now it can be a next phase for this.
But it's interesting. So, what would the next phase look like if that is kind of like your,
Gym leader.
yeah.
Like I would say gym leader, or
Yeah, you could show
he ends up
him.
like getting older and then he now has a kid that he sends off. Kind of like Harry Potter.
Okay.
So how Harry Potter ended with Harry sending off his children to
To
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Okay.
So I could see something like that.
Okay.
That's a guess. So, yeah, Ash, the now grand champion after 25 long years in our world, but apparently he is still a thriving 11-year-old.
I mean, it's a cartoon. Everybody in the show is the same age. We're fine.
You know, yeah, because like the Simpsons are what?
That you, yes, that.
What's wrong with the Simpsons?
No, just the fact that they've been around for 30
yeah,
something odd
30
years.
plus years,
Like,
and Maggie
and-
is
yes.
still crawling and falling.
Still
and-
can't talk.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. All right. So our last story.
And
of
all the
show.
celebrities seem to age, but they don't. They fought in
The teachers have aged.
the
too.
teachers. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's very interesting. I'm
They're in a time warp. Okay.
Hmm.
Last story of the show. Mr. Dave Bautista really wants Gears of War to happen, and he wants to pay Marcus Phoenix, I believe. Yes, he wants to be Marcus Phoenix, who's the main character of the original.
You see, he
Gears of
wants to
War.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounded like you said pay. My bad. I'm
No,
like,
no, sorry.
What?
Yeah,
He
so
wants to-
Netflix is bringing a Gears of War live action,
Mm-hmm.
and Dave wants that part.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
Has anyone played Gears 1, 2, and 3, or 3?
I don't
think I
remember which
played a
one I
few of
attempted to
them.
play.
I think I downloaded. Yeah, I haven't played the whatever one I've downloaded on my Steam Deck recently. I haven't played that yet.
More
but
than likely, if you
I haven't
downloaded
played
one,
it.
it might be 5.
It probably wasn't a new one. Whatever it is, I believe I caught it on sale.
Okay. So it might have been an original one. It might have been a
might have.
trilogy for that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And there's no sense in asking you your.
I
You're
want to
detached from
participate
gaming.
in this conversation so bad, and I would just embarrass myself. So I'm just going to say, no, I have not played.
That's totally fine.
I am fascinated, though, with all of these wrestlers making these demands and about what roles they want.
You see the theme here.
And
Right?
I'm just like, sir, just be glad you're invited to the party. But like,
Dude, when you
Well, he's campaigning to be invited.
yeah.
okay,
That's what there's nothing set in stone.
Okay.
He heard that they're doing it. He was like, I
I
want
want
to
to
do
Gears.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought it was another rock thing happening.
No, not
Okay.
exactly.
Was there any other wrestler?
Turned actor. Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah,
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk.
Hulk.
He's one of the
Hulk
big
Hogan.
ones that did it.
he was still Hulk wherever he went.
We
Stone
have
Cold,
Roddy Piper.
Piper, Sting, and
Cena,
Undertaker.
of course.
Yeah.
Most recently,
Okay,
with
John
John
Cena.
Cena, which I like his evolution better. It just seems a little bit more.
He did a lot of military WWE movies before he actually got a role that didn't
is
feel
true.
like
Right.
he was doing a militant role.
Right.
Roman, Becky, Sasha, and Miz.
Yep.
The Miz though was interesting because he kind of did it backwards because he was on
'cause he
reality
came out of
TV
TV first.
show, and then he went to
And on
Went
the
to
reality
wrestling,
show,
yeah.
he said, "I want to be a wrestler." So
yeah, and that was
Yeah.
like his campaign, which I
Oh.
feel like he birthed the WWE to even going into that space.
Kind of, sort of.
I'm assuming, I'm projecting. I don't know. I don't watch it. but-
Yeah, like his just side story on it. His whole journey into wrestling, was more along the lines of Chris. Was more along the lines of he saw TV as his way in,
Right.
and that's very backdoor.
Yeah.
Because most of the time you wouldn't see that happen. But now, yeah, he did kind of open up the door for reality TV to blend into a way
you got
into
other
wrestling.
famous people trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I am excited to see movie nerd moment. I am excited to see him in Glass Onion, just to see what he's going to do
Me
with
too.
that moment.
Me too.
I got my tickets already.
Yeah.
Even though it's going to be on Netflix in a month, I don't care. I want to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
but-
I'm excited but cautiously optimistic about Dave being in Gears because it's like
Well,
like
it's not set in
Dwayne.
stone.
Yeah, just the idea of it. It's like Dwayne Johnson being Black Adam, where
Is this going to be your thing now,
what?
Adam?
Because that's how they say it.
Yeah, that's how he said. They say
It's not
it in-
Black Adam.
Yeah, that's
It's
how
Black
they-
Adam.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
how.
Is it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
because
makes sense that
it's-
it's Middle
it's-
Eastern, right?
No, it's Egyptian.
No, Egyptian.
It's
Okay,
it's,
yeah.
is Death Adam or Seth Adam? I can't remember. Either way,
It
the name
translates as
translates
Black
to
Adam.
black.
Okay.
So then his modern name is Black Adam.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that for emphasis. I'm
Okay.
saying it because
Okay, that
yeah.
makes sense. And I haven't seen the movie yet, so
Yeah.
yeah, that makes
it'll,
sense.
it'll like when you see it, it'll all make sense. With all that being said,
Okay.
so with the whole thing of The Rock, jumping in, and doing what I would perceive as being a major role that's not Marvel, I'm like, okay, I'm cautiously optimistic. The thing that makes me cautiously optimistic when it comes to Dave is that he's done Guardians,
Yep.
and it was awesome as
Drax.
Drax. Thank you. So seeing him do the commercials he's done, seeing him do other roles, some small, some big, him doing Gears would be perfectly fine because the
Okay.
character that he's going to play is very one note.
So that for me, with a lot of the actors who were former wrestlers, that's my concern in that some of them are a little bit more. I'm not doing this with you. One note. But if you feel like that's a good fit for him in this,
Like Marcus Phoenix is the gun ho militant, get the job done character. So that means that all the range that Dave Bautista has
yeah.
is perfect for this
This-
character.
We forgot one of the biggest wrestlers turned actors, Debo. Friday. Zeus.
Tiny?
Yes, right.
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
He used to be a wrestler.
Yeah, he was Zeus.
So he was the first.
No. He wasn't the first. I'll tell you that.
But I was just thinking of people who
he
were
was
wrestlers.
he was in No Holds Barred, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hulk.
Oh,
Yeah, Hulk
God.
preceded him because of
Hulk was
Rocky.
always, but Hulk was
believe
always
so.
not Rocky. Dang.
You sure? about
Mr.
Rocky?
T wrestled too, so he was in Rocky.
Was he a wrestler?
He
was-
wrestled.
Yeah, he
He
Okay.
was not a professional wrestler.
Okay.
But either way,
I just thought about that when we were talking about people who kind of went through both worlds. so.
yeah. But yes,
And I didn't know he was from DC.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was
We-
a bouncer.
yeah. We saw him early when we would go to wrestling shows.
Oh, okay.
Where did he used to live?
I don't know where he used to live, but DC is his
DC or DMV?
No,
DC.
No, he
DC.
lived in
DC.
DC.
He lived in DC.
Yeah.
On Men's Fitness, when they went to his gym, that's where he has 202 someplace in his gym, and he explained. Of course, that's the zip code for DC or
Yeah.
whatnot.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Area
he's
code.
made
Thank
it.
you. Sorry.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm smart, people.
You're good.
I'm good. I am intelligent.
You is
As
Use is educated.
as educated, y'all.
Yes, he's from
Yeah,
DC.
judging from the documentary, he had to be either somewhere north side, east or west side, the way the buildings looked.
But I'm talking about born and raised.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of us.
yeah.
Huh?
Born and
He
raised,
he
used
is
to
our
bounce.
pride and joy of DC as far as wrestlers because we've had wrestlers who've claimed DC that were not from DC, like Erwin Arsheister. He was built.
IRS.
He was built from DC, but he wasn't from DC. Yeah,
Well,
mean,
IRS.
IRS. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I forgot about IRS.
yeah. Erwin Arsheister.
I guess. Well, I don't know.
He and the night that we went and saw him, he should have won the title because he was a dark match, and they didn't let him win. That would have been fun though, but that was a pop for DC. Oh, side comment: other DC wrestlers shout out Nyla Jones. Not Jones. Wow, I said
Rose.
Nyla. Jeez.
I was about to say Nyla Jones.
yeah, not
For
Nyla
real?
Jones.
Rose.
Thank you, Nyla Rose. Not our pregnant friend that is about to pop.
Oh,
Yeah, our
Yeah, she is about to have a baby.
yeah.
I did not know.
So, all right. So finishing off with Batista, thing, not a thing. Wait and see. What you feel?
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. He's been very clear that he's not going back to Guardians. So,
Oh,
I thought he was finishing out 3, and then that was going to be it.
Yeah, that was.
well, I mean,
pretty much
after
it.
3, he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's what he's going to do,
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
just
I don't
curious
think
to
they
see.
have a stake in the rest of the.
It's not. It's this one's Phase 5, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a stake in the rest of the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It'll-
So
I'm just curious to see what he does. I think he's done some things. It's just for me as an actor, it's one note. I think that's the
It's
best
one
way to
note.
say it.
Yeah.
Even when he was the James Bond villain,
Yeah.
I just remember wanting.
oh, Kevin Nash,
Yeah,
Oh,
Punisher.
Kevin Nash.
Punisher.
Um,
He was the Russian.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's right.
He was Super Shredder.
Yep.
was he
really?
Yep. Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Kevin Nash.
Did not know that.
I am watching that after Flashdance tonight.
All right. So Chico,
Um,
rooting for Dave.
I am rooting for Dave because for whatever reason I'm seeing his role from Riddick.
That works.
Minus
Okay.
the
That works. Yep. It's,
ponytail.
it's basically
That's what I'm saying, military wise,
Or-
space
or-
military.
or that iMovie with Momoa.
Oh, that's the series. C.
See, thank you. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, but on a side note, they do get him. What I need to happen with Gears is at least a cameo of the New Day.
Because they've been in the game.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be fun.
For
So
those who didn't know,
Yeah.
the wrestlers, the New Day, Xavier Woods, Biggie, and Kofi Kingston, they have a cameo where they're actual characters.
Their skins are in the game.
in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
Gears
that
5.
needs-
They're
yeah.
in Gears 5.
that needs to happen.
Gotcha.
That would be fun. I'll toss it to you real quick and then we'll close it out.
Oh, me.
I thought he said his piece.
I thought
Yeah, we're just editing it out. So nothing else to add?
No, go Dave.
Okay. And I second that. I've never been a full on Batista fan outside of being a fan of someone from my city.
Sure.
But I want him to get what he wants because he helped bring Guardians of the Galaxy to the theaters. So I want him to get Gears.
I am curious to something though, because his homie is now co-head of DC Studios.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. He will jump ship.
Who
Well,
who do we see him playing?
Oh, Black Adam. No, I'm joking. I'm
No.
joking.
Black Adam.
Black Adam. Well, no, he could be Black Adam, and
Black Adam.
right, and and The Rock can be Adam.
Adam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
That's so wrong.
right
so many
now,
levels.
I don't know if he considered doing it, but
He was very vocal supporting him when Gunn was going through all that drama.
Right.
And
He'll support him by jumping to DC.
Yeah.
I can see it.
I think, it would make sense if it did happen. He could probably be a better Lobo.
Lobo would be fun.
I can't see anyone but Jason,
Who?
to be honest with you.
Batista.
Whoa.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
I know. I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring that Drax energy
Yeah.
to Lobo.
I'll see your Lobo and raise you a kilowatt
That works too.
That actually would be better.
That works too.
because we don't have
Michael Clark
Clark
Duncan.
Duncan anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he has that energy.
Do we still acknowledge that version of the movie?
I do.
Okay, just wanted to.
Well, that's just me. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I do.
Because Sinestro and Kilowog were perfection, I have to.
In that version? Okay.
Everything else about the movie, not so much, but Sinestro and Kilowog.
You don't think Angela Bassett's Amanda Waller stood out?
Not really.
Okay.
I love Angela.
This is going to be so wrong.
All right, let's end this thing out.
First of all, let's explain this because people are probably
Yeah.
sitting there like,
Go ahead.
Dear Jesus.
This will be the last thing we'll
Have
end up
mercy,
on.
Lord.
so it was brought to my attention that
We're about to be canceled like Twitter after
I
this.
know.
It was nice doing this with all of you.
it was brought to my attention that a certain character, anybody like to say the character?
When one on screen, I'll say Neymar.
Neymar, okay.
Is that the way to pronounce it in the movie?
Namor.
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 Yeah.
Because he has no
Because
love
no love. Yes.
for the human world.
Yes. Because he was born of no love.
Well, apparently he was born with love, but Disney decided to cut his love short because his love was too major. So this is kind of almost like a silent protest of things.
And with that, we will end the show.
Google it.
So, thank you for watching as always and listening as always. If you're on YouTube, please still watch us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the alert button so when a new episode goes up, you'll get things like this.
Oh, God.
Or not.
Oh.
If you're listening on the podcast directories, feel free to subscribe there and get the audio versions of the show. Of course, you can support the show by getting awesome merch like these stickers, which we'll figure out how to get on there, and of course shirts. The collection is coming for the Mr. Cortez collection, so watch out for that.
I didn't even mean to do that. It's just where my hand happened to be.
And I'm gone. All right.
My hand.
So, for Chico. For Chris.
I think I'm traumatized.
Hi, Auntie.
Oh, my God.
What? No,
For B. Anthony of the B. Anthony. Sorry, for the B Signal podcast.
It's okay.
I keep saying the wrong thing.
It's okay.
It's the B Signal
I just
podcast.
appreciate being on this here show. I love all of you.
Likewise.
And you guys are awesome. Yeah, you can check out B Signal Podcast, talk films, interviewing more filmmakers and people who work on films. I'm just saying. I'm pointing at Tim for the podcast.
I will. We got to set that up. Because we haven't done it yet, right?
What's that? Remind me. I'm sorry.
Have I been on your show?
You have.
Okay. Yes, I have.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, let's
Jeez,
talk
I'm
about
so
this. No,
tired.
this is a problem, and I'm going to tell you why it's a problem. You're the second person to come on my show and forget that they were on my show.
Dude.
I don't know if it's me. I
It's
don't
not-
know
it's
if
not-
it's the.
it's not you.
Do I need
You know
to
what
put
it is?
Namor on my show?
You know what it is? It's that.
Is that what it
Is
is?
that when your mind is elsewhere, when your mind is elsewhere, you tend to forget things.
But you're literally the second person to do
Dude,
that. Be like
This. That's all I gotta say. All right.
But Chico remembers. He just said he remembers
Yes.
being
I
on the
Yes.
show.
remember.
Chico.
And I have to remind you to
Yeah.
do something.
See.
You.
So,
Oh wow.
There you
Wow.
go. And now he put that on tape.
He did
Wow.
actually. So when I come back on here again, he's gonna want receipts. So I got you.
So there you go. All right. So, and for me, Tim, aka Black Iron Man. Let's see if I can get that better. All right, that's good enough. All right. Thank you guys for watching and listening. As always, that is ILNL.
This is ILNL.
It has been a joy working with you all.
All right.
We won't get canceled.
So, that was great. That was great. So much fun.
I was okay till you started.
I'm crying over here.
When you started doing
So
this,
bad.
and it was literally
Oh.
like you fondling, I was like, "What's happening?"
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I
it was perfectly timed though when you did it. I was just like, "Did he plan that?"
did not. I did not.
Perfect.
There's nothing ever planned.
There's nothing ever planned.